Good blessed Wednesday morning, November the 19th, 2025, the time being 6:36 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious belief may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you proclaim toughest to the proclaim weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say, do, nor produce. That's your prerogative. You have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution. A freedom of press, a freedom of speech, a freedom to protest, a freedom to associate, and a freedom to gather. Long as you do it in a peaceful and non-violent manner. If you on probation or parole, you probably want to check with your probation or your parole officer to see if it's legal or for you to do any of the above. The same if you are a felon, you want to check with your local law enforcement officials to see whether or not you can do any of the above mentioned. My reason for showing these pictures today is because these people mean a lot to me. In the to the far right is my grandfather, my dad's dad, Barry B. Ivy, born February the 18th, 1892. Over to the left is my grandmother, Lula Skates Ivy, born in 1900. She died in 1940 at 40 years old. My grandfather died in 65 in Charleston, Missouri. My dad, Johnny A. Ivy, he was born in 1927. My grandfather moved from Arkansas. He was a sharecropper, growed cotton. He moved from Arkansas to Charleston, Missouri in 1923. Let's take a look at it, y'all. Let's take a look at his obituary, and it'll show you when he moved to Charleston, Missouri. Say Barry B. Ivy, he was born February 18, 1892 in Marvin, Arkansas, son of Thomas Ivy and Miss Lena Watt Ivy. He was converted in 1909 to the Baptist Church as a young man. In 1923, he moved to Charleston, Missouri, and united. We'll just go from there. But he moved to Charleston, Missouri in 1923, and my reason for this is to show you how long racism been going on here in Charleston, Missouri. Dictatorship by these families. The Hearns. Robert Hearns is probably the last of the Hearns that's left. He's the chief of police, been the chief of police over 30-something years, not qualified, but living on his uncle's name, Warren E. Hearns, who was a governor here in the state of Missouri. Warren E. Hearns' wife, which is Robert Hearns' auntie, who was a one-term Missouri state senator. And then you would look, when you look at this video that I'm showing you after this here, Robert Hearns telling me, in other words, if I don't be quiet, if I continue to exercise my First Amendment right to the United States Constitution, he gonna put me out of the city council meeting that was just held yesterday, Tuesday, November the 18th, 2025 in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. But I want y'all to just see how long racism and dictatorship been going on. You look up the Goodens, you look up the Hearns, and you look up at some of these other people that's running Charleston, Missouri City Hall, police department, everything in this city. But it's what's so sad about it. You don't have no group of blacks that's standing up against it, but they working hand in hand with them. But I just want to say, today is my daddy's 98th heavenly birthday. And he experienced racism when he was born in 1927. His daddy moved here. He had 6 daughters when he moved here in 1923. All of my dad's brothers, well, he had 4 daughters, rather, and he had 6 sons. All of his sons was born here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, up under racism. My dad was confined. Him and his brothers and sisters was confined to Lincoln School, the C.F. Bowen Center, where they got a house Negro by the name of Lester Gillespie and his family and his followers running this school with selling out the black community, misusing, abusing black women, and working hand in hand with these white supremacists that's running this town. But my dad was confined to that school because they wouldn't let him go to the white schools. Then my dad was drafted in the military at 18. When he got to the military in World War II, he said it was separated. Look at some of my YouTube videos when I interviewed him in 2015, when he told the story of the racism here in Charleston, Missouri. When you look at this video from yesterday, you will see it's still dictatorship. Where in the world that you can go to a city council meeting in the United States? I can see in Russia, China, but in the United States, you go to a city council meeting and they have the time for citizens comment, but you can't make a comment. You got to submit something to these white supremacists and see if they approve it or not. They devils, they evil, but God gonna destroy them like he did Adolf Hitler. Dad, I'm proud of you. Grandma Lula, I'm proud of you. Grandpa Barry, I'm proud of y'all standing up against these racist white folks. And now we have to, your different generations have to deal with these house Negroes.
Okay, so at this time, we have the recognition of the visitors. We have 2 request forms. One was to some kind of topic about city planning concerns. I would like to discuss issues regarding the future structure of our city's representation. This is very vague, so until we get something more specific, we're denied this one request.
Wait, Ms. Gooden, you're denying me to come up there and ask questions? Are we serious right now? That's not vague. That is stating. No, I'm a citizen that elected you all, and you're telling me that I can't come and speak, and I did the procedure. That's why the yay and nay is not good. I got 3 minutes to address. Please allow me to address.
The whole point was that
It's either yes or no.
Specific.
You don't want to have a town meeting. This is in your words. You said come to the meeting and we can address things at the meeting.
If we have this, then what's the point of having that if we don't?
I didn't learn nothing here. You didn't even say nothing. Nothing was said to me. I'm just asking a question. I'm delivering something to the city council. I'm delivering something to the city council. That was vague. That wasn't vague. That was precise.
No, it says the future structure of the city's representation.
So I would like that to be a vote.
What to be a vote?
I want the council to vote to say that they disagree as well.
Do y'all want to vote on this?
I'm going to say something. And so we asked citizens to fill out this form. And I guess I just want a little bit of understanding. If they fill out this form, and if the subject matter is not what it should be prior to the meeting, then do we not make the decision before the meeting, then inside of the meeting? That's just what I'm asking. So
this was supposed to be made, according to what I read on the opening statement, this was supposed to be decided I read it out loud just to show that someone had written one.
No, Ms. Mays read it. I did it yesterday, before closing hours, so why didn't I receive anything?
That's not what I said. It has nothing to do. It's not about, just because you fill one out, you get to speak.
Dictatorship.
No, it's controlling the meeting because we've said many times in the past that if you're going to come here and speak, you have to go through channels. You have to talk to Greg about stuff. You have to meet. This is so vague about what is going on and what she's talking about. So all I'm saying is say more, what exactly about the future structure? What is the plan?
That's the point. It's the future structure. If you're the council and I'm a person that votes for the council, why isn't the council allowing me to come up and just address the council? It's nothing that I'm asking you that I'm gonna throw you on the board for because you already did it. I'm just addressing it. I'm passing it out. I am trying to speak to the council.
I understand that, and you've spoken to the council a lot about.
When? Because now we're having a dialogue. Now we're having a dialogue. We might be 4 or 5. That just says that I'm involved with my community, Ms. Gooden. You don't even know where a street is or a sign is, and you're the mayor. No, she's talking back to me.
But this is not
Okay,
on
go
the
ahead.
agenda. Either she's going to approve it or deny it. It appears she's denied it. The mayor has the right to approve and deny it. We
We're
need
gonna
to
address
move on.
that.
So the city council don't count.
Raymond, this is
No.
it's not a public discussion, and if you keep outbursting, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I wouldn't care if you had me to lead. I'm
Okay,
used
thank
to
you.
that there.
Thank
I'm
you,
used to
Raymond.
Ku Klux Klans running this thing, man. It's a dictatorship. That's what it is.
I'll leave y'all with this here. I'm glad my family, I'm talking about this generation. I ain't talking about my in-laws. I'm talking about my blood relative Ivies. Me and my daughter is going to Bloomfield, Missouri today to the Veteran Cemetery where my dad is an honorable World War II discharged Army veteran, and his brother, Ernest Ivy, a honorably discharged career war veteran, is buried at Bloomfield, Missouri. I'm glad that they wasn't sellouts like some of these blacks here. Why ain't nobody speaking up? Y'all attack me. Y'all send these so-called gangster, gang bangers, thugs, drug dealers to come assault me. But you scared to go assault or say anything to these racist white folks that's running the city of Charleston. But the next time one of y'all come trying to attack me, I don't care who you are. I don't care how gangster you is. The Lord will be your shepherd and you shall not want no more. I'm going to eliminate you by any means necessary, you coward blacks and you sellout whites.